So now I will give a floor to Ochan and Katja to proceed what we will do and what is expected from you in next half an hour. Okay, thank you.
I think, well, we thought that 3 people in each group would be minimum, so I think we're already fine. Are you comfortable as only being 3 people? Is that all right?
Okay. We should increase the number. I think we should have a kind of more balanced distribution because all this yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
All these areas are equally important, so we would like to go ahead with all of them. Yeah, and then we'll have the full picture throughout this exercise. So it's good to have a balance in the groups. Okay, good. Go on.
But now that you already see from the table arrangements and everything, this is a different part of the introductory seminar. This is the training part and the active part for you. You're familiar with these 3 thematic clusterings. There might be an overlap between different themes, but there are like clustering a bit the topics that should be addressed by potential future foresight activities in your countries. So what we would like to ask you is to first write your names on the boards on each topic so that we have the clustering of the groups, so we know later on who participated in which group. And then to list the most important issues that need to be tackled by potential future foresight activities in your countries. It might be national activities, it might be regional activities, whichever you consider appropriate, but you do not have to specify any methods or any, not specify too much, because we're really at the beginning of drawing the basic theme and narrowing a bit the topics that should be tackled. You mentioned in your presentation yesterday some topics already, but I think it's important that you generate them out of the groups. So you can use any of the papers that are on the flip charts for writing, making notes, drawing, whatever you need. And each group should have someone who at the end presents what you have agreed upon, the major topics. You have 30 minutes to work in your small groups, and then we go back to the, or then we come back to the plenary, but we're not going to move the tables again, this will be too much work, but then each group can present afterwards in 5 minutes the basic results of the group.
So what we try to do is the pre-foresight exercise, and the main aim is to scope our foresight exercise and to generate some initial ideas under these headings, these themes. So we'll have some relevance with the modern society foresight under all these themes, and then we'll ask that after being more specific on what we focus on, we'll ask the questions what the rationales are, what the objectives are, what we expect from this exercise. But at the very beginning, we are trying to scope the focus of the foresight exercise. So you have like 30 minutes brainstorming exercise to list some of the important issues under each of these thematic areas from the Northern Society perspective. Okay? And we'll be around.
Yes. Yeah. You find markers here. I'm going to distribute them any colors you need, and want to change, just feel free to stand up and get them with your hand. Okay.
And it would also be a good idea to have one chair to make sure that everything is under control and you are making some progress. You can appoint one of you as a chair, and another one as a rapporteur as well to take some notes on what is being mentioned, so that you can use this material later. You can build upon that in the next phases of the exercise. This doesn't bring any additional burden because the others have to be really active as well to participate.
We thought to launch a survey of the energy usage of sustainable rates of energy production and consumption in every country. find out. That's it. Third, it will be to develop with this diversification of traffic infrastructure. So not to be only, not to rely only on the road transport as it is now in Southeast Europe, but to develop railway and water transportation system with the river, because we have a big river in the region, the Danube, Tisa, Sava. And to foster cooperation between EU country and three accession countries of the region, to apply more effective of IPA funds, pre-accession funds of the European Union. And it will be also twin project infrastructure and energy projects. It will be a win-win situation. Not only we will attract more funds in our region and solve the infrastructure and traffic problems, but we would achieve better cooperation between the EU and non-EU countries from the region. And then to launch one big regional research in order to find advantages and disadvantages of each country in energy production, and to to organize a network of energy production and how to overcome the countries which do not have enough resources for energy production to be supported by the other country in a sustainable way. How to create energetic community of the region. And also it's very important to find alternative and reliable sources of gas supply, because we were witnesses of this winter about unreliability of gas supply, which is very important for economic development. And so to find ways not to rely only on one source for gas supply.
You all know how deeply energy crisis, how deeply the nations were affected by energy crisis, which was solely a geopolitical thing. It wasn't lack of energy. It was the end of geopolitical activities.
Our topic was justice and home affairs, and we decided that cooperation in this field is overlapping with all the others, definitely. The issues that we hear, part of them have been discussed in the other groups as well. So, looking forward, we thought that we have to enhance the social basis of the rule of law and the implementation of the rule of law. Because on paper, all of us kind of have it, but the implementation is something still to achieve. The good implementation. In terms of equal access to justice, for instance, which is very well related to the social and economic problems. Why not? If we have, it's not a systematized analysis, but if we have to cooperate, we have to look at the region and also in terms of each and every country. Looking at the region, we have the post-Yugoslavia space, which has issues of enhancing, overcoming all the issues of reconciliation, finishing all the tasks left by that process, and coming at a very good speed to cooperation in terms of harmonization, the law of these countries with the European acquis communautaire demands.